All of you joining with cameras on, please turn those cameras off. Hella people coming in with the camera on. Take that off, please. It's only me on camera. Chad, camera off, please. Thank you. Rodney, camera off, please. Thank you. Camera off. Zoom user.
And the show, she never misses an episode.
That's kind of still.
Isaiah, mute yourself, please.
One of my top five.
Anyone that don't mute yourself, I'm just kicking you out
It
today.
actually made about 6 years ago. Correct.
So sort it out.
So sorry.
Rara says, what country am I in today? I don't know if you can see, but you can guess the country. The amazing view, enjoy it. I know what you can see, I can't see, but if you can see the ocean there in the distance, you might be able to see it. I don't know if you can see it though. Yeah, either way, you got to guess.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys need to put your cameras off because that was crazy. Look, we've been on live 3 minutes. We've already had some madness. Come on, folks. Oh man, you guys never fail to amaze me. Always some madness going on. Oh my gosh.
Right up! Get down! Get down!
All right. I'll give it 1 more minute. How many people was in here? 49. All right, cool. Man said, get down, get down. How many people in here? 55. All right, that's good. That's good enough. 55 people in here. It's 5:05 my time. Let's get to the charts. So I'm gonna share my screen. This is recorded, by the way. So yeah, let me. Let me know when you guys can see the screen. You see it. Nice. Thank you guys. West Coast. Okay. So first and foremost, thank you guys for joining. You guys know how we rock. We're gonna do a weekly watch the session. I've got, I'd say 10 tickers I'm really looking at starting out. I'll narrow it down, as we go, as we go into this. But 8 of those tickers you heard yesterday, and there's 2 more. And then I want to remind you guys, right? This week we have 4 of the Mag 7 reporting. We have 4 of the Mag 7 reporting. So we've got Apple, Microsoft, we got Meta, and we got Google. No, we Googled it last week. Who am I missing? Tesla done, Google done, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. There we go. So yeah, they're all reporting this week. And that's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. I got pretty high expectations for 3 of those 4. I don't have high expectations for Apple, so we'll see how that goes. But in addition to that, we have FOMC Wednesday. So that's gonna create some volatility. We're gonna see a little bit of irrational movement this Wednesday, I'd say. So big tech reporting, 4 of the Mag 7, majority of the Mag 7 reporting. And then we've also got this little news here that came out over the weekend. So apparently we have reached, I'm gonna click on the article, we have reached a deal, an agreement with the EU in regards to tariffs. Now, you guys know how this goes, right? The news comes out over the weekend, they run the market up, Monday, and then suddenly, suddenly, within the first 20, 30, 40 minutes, they start tanking the market. So beware. A lot of things are looking like they're going to gap up overnight. We might see SPY at all-time highs. We might see SPY at 640 tomorrow. Who knows? Don't get caught in the hype. If you're not in the play yet, don't get caught chasing, don't get caught in the hype. Because I will not be surprised if 7 a.m. my time, so 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, things start selling off heavily. I also won't be surprised if we see some crazy price action. And when I say crazy price action, I'm talking about that consolidation, that annoying movement between, 636 and 634, but like slowly, and then like a quick move up, quick move down, and then slowly consolidating again, right? So the overall movement, the $2 movement is there. It's a big movement for SPY, but the way they do it, they're gonna do it on some you're not gonna make easy money kind of vibe. All right. So yeah, this article came out this weekend. The news came out this weekend. And it looks like the trade deal is saying there's going to be a baseline tariff of 15%, which is much, much better than what they were quoting 3, 4 months ago, right? So with that being said, the US's biggest trade partners are the EU, Canada, Mexico, China, I'd say. Those are probably the 4 biggest trade partners of the US from the entire world. So we've got EU good news, right? Chinese news could be coming as well, potentially. And then we're still waiting to see what could happen with, Canada and Mexico. Yeah, there you go. See, actually, ironically, actually, in the article, it has the top partners. So EU's first, Mexico second, Canada third, China fourth. So we're gonna see how this pans out. But I do think the market's gonna start off hot tomorrow. I think we're gonna see a lot of things running. If you are in trades with me right now, because we are swinging a couple of trades, please manage your trade because that profit can get wiped out quickly. All it takes is people taking their profits for you to be, from up 80% to only up 5%. Just people taking their profits, big money taking their profits. All it takes is a little bit of news coming out within the first half an hour, fake news, real news, whatever news, just any kind of news coming out in the first half an hour for your the portfolio to just be looking red after it was green. So please beware with that. Okay. This guy, this crazy president he can threaten something or he can say China in the wrong way and it just obliterates the market. So beware, please, beware. Apart from that, like I said, FOMC is Wednesday. Here we go. We'll get the July jobs report as well, and obviously big tech earnings. It's going to be an interesting start to the week, I tell you that. It's going to be an interesting week overall because it's also the last week of July, so we'll see how the month closes before we head into August. Friday is the first day of August, so we'll also have NFP. It's a lot of things happening this week. But that being said, let's jump over to TrendSpider. And as you guys know, the first stock on my watch list is PayPal. Now, I'm being informed that apparently when you join the Zoom, it automatically puts your camera off, then on. So if you were one of those people that, was stuck on camera, I forgive you because we'll figure it out after, but it's okay. If you are one of those people, it's okay. Don't worry, it happens. But we're here now. We're focused on the charts. A participant has asked you to start AI companion. All participants and invitees. Now I'm gonna deny it because you guys sometimes be doing some crazy stuff. So I don't want to see no weird bots up on my screen. Either way, FYD, what's up? All right, let's get into it. Okay. First stock on the watch list is PayPal. So what I want you to look at with PayPal is the hourly and the 4 hour, right? This is the daily. I'm gonna go to the hourly and the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour, right? So let me zoom out a little bit. So for me, when I see a golden cross here, I'm always bullish, right? And the golden cross happened early last week. I didn't get into PayPal at any point. You've seen a couple of, hold on. There we go. Just need to add that as well because the level of support. But yeah, we've seen a couple of pullbacks, but it kept rising higher. Is this an inside bar right here on PayPal? Potentially on the 4 hour, right? Either way, I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback, maybe 70 or 80 cents down before we hit, before we head higher. The hourly, as I mentioned, hourly is important here. So hourly, every single pullback gets eaten up. We can date this back to the 18th of July. Okay? So on the 18th of July, hold on, I'm getting another notification. What's going on? Are you supposed to be sharing screen? We can't see it. Oh, okay. Please, can you let me know in the chat if you can see the screen? Let me know if you can. Okay, who said he can? Okay, yeah, because I got a notification. Someone said they cannot see it. You might need to, Daniel Yoboa, you might need to log out and log back in again. But I can see it. I mean, sorry, they can see it. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll continue then. I don't want anyone getting left behind. All right, so PayPal, look at the hourly chart, right? Every single pullback is getting eaten up. These are the higher highs and higher lows they're talking about. Look, these are the swing lows here, and they're higher each time. Each swing low is higher each time, every day. Look, 21st, we were at 74. We shot up, we pulled back on the 21st again, later on the day. 23rd, pullback. 24th, pullback. Every single pullback is getting eaten up. So here we're at a point where, sure, the EMA, the EMAs are up there and the candle closed below the EMAs. But again, I think this is going to be a pullback that gets eaten up. If it doesn't, then I'll look for the level on the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart, this level here, 77, is my support. Go to the 4 hour chart, right? I'll go to the 4 hour chart. Just look, this level here, $77 level where the EMA is on the 4 hour chart, right? This is where I'm looking at a pullback to. If it does go to that level and it does hold there, then I'm probably going to get into the calls, really just swing them. Now, my price target for PayPal is $81. $81. And if you zoom out a little bit, you can kind of see why. So back here, I'm going to point, let me see. Might do an arrow. So right here, this high. That high before we sold off heavily back in February, that's the high I'm chasing right now with the $81 level. This is where the arrow is. $81 is where I'm chasing. Okay. If you can make it to that $81 level this week, our calls are going to be in the money. Our calls, I'd say I'll go for the $78 or $79 call to be safe with a couple weeks out. But yeah, if we get to that level this week, which I believe we can, it's a $3 run. I believe we can get there. We're going to see some nice returns. So yeah, that's PayPal. Pretty simple. I've been bullish on PayPal for years. And, like this stock. I like this stock. I like this company. Alex Chris, great CEO. He's been in control of this, I think, almost 2 years now, and he's taken this. He's going to take this real high. So PayPal, $81 is my price target for this week. I'm looking at the 79, 78, $79 calls, probably expiring August 8th. Okay. Please, yeah, mute yourself so they don't hear you drinking your juice and stuff like that. Okay. Let's go over to PLTR. I know this stock can be tricky. I know this stock can be tough, but this is a stock that's gonna this stock is gonna it's gonna hit 160 soon enough. Am I recording the Zoom? Let me check. I believe so. Yeah, it's recorded. Yeah, this stock is gonna hit 160 soon enough. Now, all of us saw it hit 160 last week, but it hit that $160 level and it fell off. It sold off. I'm gonna go to the hourly. I'm gonna go to hourly, then 4 hour, then daily, just to kind of show you guys what's happening with. Okay, sorry, with Palantir. All right. So we bottomed out here. Like we pulled back on the hourly chart before we found a level of support and started uptrending. Okay, I'm going to go to the 4 hour and daily so you can see what I'm looking at. Now we broke out of this little range. We were in a range for about a day and a half. We broke out early Friday. We broke out early Friday, hit the highs of 160, sold off again back to the moving averages. Look at the 4 hour. You're going to start to see things. Okay, so you got the doji, you got the hammer candle, and you got another doji, right? Hammer candle, doji, another doji. Okay. What I want to point out with Palantir here, from the last 6 candles, 5 of them are green. And you can even include this one from Friday. But the last 6 candles, 5 of those candles are green. So anytime you think Palantir is weak, Palantir is not doing this or that, on the 4 hour time frame, you will see a clearer picture. Similar story with the daily chart. Okay? Daily chart, you can see, sure, it has its days where it pulls back. But it pulls back to the moving average, closely above, and trends higher. If we had got in, so we got into the Palantir calls, I think 18th or the 9th, one of these days. Either way, if we had gotten 2 days later, you see the difference it would have made. Instead of us holding it from 154 all the way down to 148 before we trend higher, we would have got in at 148, 150, and took it to 160. This is why I say your entries are much, much, much more important than your exits. How do you find a good entry? Check the different time frames. Check the daily, check the weekly. The weekly, you'll see Palantir is strong. Holding moving averages, it's not weak, it's not puts, whatever people saying. If you want to get puts, it's a day trade. These are swings. Palantir is swings. So $160, obviously it's the price target, but we've hit 160. 160 was the price target for last week. It was the real price target for last week. We did a $9 run in 2 days, we hit it. This week, the price target is 160, but we want to close above 160 by the end of the week as well. The reason I say that is because it's conservative. If Palantir goes to 164, 165, whatever, new highs, great. But I'm conservatively saying Palantir to 160. So the game plan here, the idea here, the pullbacks, right? When we pull back to those 150, it might be here, right? Where we close both days. 155 level, it might be here. Once we pull back to the 155 level, let's see if we can find support and enter calls. If it falls lower, pulls back more, that's also okay. But don't forget, when these Palantir shareholders sell their shares or whoever's selling these things, it gets eaten up so quickly. It jumps up so quickly. So don't, honestly, do not be that person who gets caught thinking Palantir is going to sell off and Palantir is going to tank and Palantir is going to do this and that. Focus on the bigger picture. Look at the daily, look at the weekly. Palantir is strong. Palantir is strong. Not had a red week this whole month. So do not try and short this. All right. So Palantir's target is 160 and we want to close above 160 this week. Earnings is in a few weeks. I'm intrigued to see how earnings goes. I'm intrigued to see what happens with earnings with Palantir. But again, we want to close above 160 this week. And again, if any sell-offs, any drops, any pullbacks come around, I'm gonna buy that Palantir dip and we're gonna take this trade to $160 this week. Next up, either I want to, I'm torn between AMD and SoFi. Let me see what the chat thinks. Do I do AMD or SoFi next? I got both of them on my radar. I like them both, you know, and yeah. SoFi. Oh, SoFi's winning this one, you know. AMD is better than SoFi, but I'll give you guys SoFi. I'm a shareholder in both. I'm gonna give you SoFi.
AMD.
Yeah, too late. Everyone said SoFi, but SoFi, SoFi. July 29. Anyone know what's happening July 29? July 29 is the big day. It's the big day. This is the biggest day. Man, this is gonna be a crazy day. SoFi. The price target this week, guys, for SoFi is $24. It's very high. It's very high because my price target for 2026 was 25. So for me to say July 2025, we're hitting $24 in SoFi. It's a big, big, big estimate, right? It's something that I think can be reached this week. Why? Earnings. Earnings July 29. July 29 is a big day. So how do I play this? What am I looking for? First of all, we're holding the moving averages real nice on the daily. I like that. I'm happy with that. Second, we kind of pulled back a little bit. If you see, we went up to 22 briefly. We pulled back. We went up to higher than 22 a couple weeks ago. And actually, it was beginning. No, it was a couple weeks ago, and then we pulled back. All right, so far, $24 price target for this week. All I need here, I don't play earnings, right? I don't play earnings. I'll play the run up to earnings. I'll play the aftermath of earnings. I don't play earnings. All I need is a good earnings. Now, the secret with SoFi is they've they beat EPS and revenue, as in a double beat. You guys know what a double beat is, right? They've done that 6 times in a row. I guarantee you guys, Tuesday, Tuesday, the 29th, when the next earnings comes out, if they hit a double beat again, we head towards 24. They've done it 6 times in a row. This stock was $6 last August. 6 times in a row, they've had a double beat. We are heading to $24. So that doesn't mean full port SoFi calls. No, that does mean though, start looking at those 22.50 calls, $23 calls, for a week out, 2 weeks out. They're pretty cheap. You know, I was doing a one-on-one with someone yesterday and I looked at the SoFi calls. They're pretty cheap. So you can go closer to the money. You can go in the money if you even want. But $24 is the price target. It's been on a steady uptrend, right? It's been on a steady uptrend. Daily chart is smooth. Weekly chart is nice. It's a little bit overextended, but it's nice. Let's be honest. It's been, last 6 weeks, only one red week, right? Before this week, it was 5 straight green. 4 hour, smooth, right? 4 hours has been smooth. It's pulling back now. But again, earnings is coming up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull the price down a little bit tomorrow and then they start running it up. But I think a double beat gets us towards $24. And I'd love to see SoFi back up there. Look, if you go to the weekly, you'll see SoFi. You might think you've missed it. SoFi has been higher before. Look, SoFi was up there 25, 26, 27 a few years ago. So yeah, SoFi it's got some potential. It's got some potential. Just believe in SoFi. $22.50 calls are good. If you do want to play the earnings, you by all means go ahead, but understand that you could lose your whole position. It's okay if you lose your whole position, as long as you know that you can lose your whole position. But like I said, I think I'm going to go for the $22.50 calls and then sell them before earnings. Just play the run up. And then if earnings goes the way I think it will afterwards, we can still play the earnings aftermath because they're going to run this stock up. A little secret here with SoFi is Wall Street is not really backing this stock right now. But when they do start backing it, and when SoFi expands its customer base, they get, I'd say the bigger, I'd say wealthier people onto SoFi. We're gonna see real price targets being smashed. $30 is the price target for 2027, but we might get there. Who knows? Maybe 2025.
Oui,
July 29th, that's the date.
on a ma bon fleur, hein?
That's the earnings date. That's when we're trying to see
On va me back
up at $24. So
na
$24
bon
is
fleur.
the price target for SoFi this week, and that's it.
Can we start muting some of these people? Who's the admin?
AMD is next. So AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. This is the stock to watch again this week. AMD, we're already in AMD calls. If I pull hello? If I pull up my Robinhood right now, the calls we're already in. And do not make the same mistake with Marvel that you did with AMD. Sorry, do not make the same mistake with AMD that you did with Marvel. Right now, I'm gonna pull up my portfolio. One sec. So we're up 128% on AMD. 128%. Okay. If you are not really sure what you're doing, take profits. If you understand what you're doing, by all means, keep riding the trend. The break-even price on our calls is $165.07.
I know I'm gonna come back to this.
AMD is already at $169 after hours.
It was 7.
Our calls are going to open, they're already in the money, they're going to open deep in the money. Manage your trade. I can't stress it enough to you guys. Manage your trade. We are already up 128.46%. Do not mess this up, right? But that being said, AMD can pull back because we're at the highs. It can pull back anytime this week. If it does pull back, I will get calls again. I got calls here
boxes.
and it made us money. I got calls back here, it made us money. I got calls up here, we lost money. So I will not add to my position yet. I'll let it pull back and then, add some more. But I'm going to ride what we have right now. I'm enjoying what we have right now. And yeah, whoever just came on camera with their shirt off, please put that away. So yeah, AMD, $170 price target for this week. But to get there, wait for the pullbacks. If you're not already in the swing trade, and I called out 2 swing trades last week, if you're not already in the swing trade, please wait for the pullback. Last time AMD was at 160, we got knocked out of the trade because we jumped in, too high. Let it come down to the moving average on the daily, on the 4-hour, whatever, 4-hour, and then we can get into the trade. But AMD, I've still got a $200 price target for next year. $170 this week is the price target. And I think if you're not in the swing trade yet, you honestly might have missed this. Wait for the pullback. We already said AMD calls. If you're not in the swing trade yet, wait for the pullback. Don't ask me if it's too late to get in, none of that. We had 2 days to get in. You didn't get in yet. So now it's up there. Please just, wait for the AMD pullback. It's got some nice structure on the daily. It's got some nice structure on the 4-hour. It's looking good on different time frames, which is what I like to see. Hourly is, I wouldn't even say consolidating. Hourly is just coming down a little bit, waiting for the next move higher, waiting for the next leg up. Okay, so that's AMD. I know a lot of people want to call it advanced money destroying this and that. Honestly, you're wasting your time because AMD is going to make you some good money in the market if you have some patience and you know a little bit about stocks. Paychex, Payx. This is one that we've traded before a couple of times. We had the August 8th or August 15th calls. I think it's time to get into this again soon. But difference being, right now, the daily is starting to load up. It's starting to get ready. The weekly, however, look at that. The weekly is getting rejected by the 9 and 21 moving average. So I need to see us break through. And when we break through, yeah, I could see us getting back up to, let's say this level here, 154, before we head over to 159. The daily is cool. Daily is cool. But ignore this blue line. This blue line is part of structure. We might expect a bit of a pullback before we go higher. Hourly, we're going to knock it down a little bit now. Hourly is strong. Hourly has been running for 4 straight days. Hourly is strong. Every pullback getting eaten up. It's just, climbing higher, steadily higher. And it's just breaking. It's breaking the market structure on the hourly chart, right? So it's good. It's a good stock. It's a strong company. And I think, if you want something that's nice and smooth, this might not be for you. But I think if you want to take a little bit of risk and try and take this to 150, 159, then this is more something for you. If you want something smoother, then, you want to stick with the AMDs, the PayPals right now, maybe even the Googles. But yeah, this is a I'd say more of a higher risk, higher reward play because it has already ran, $8 in a couple of days. Next up, HIMS. So this stock has brought us such good returns this year, but you need to know how to play it, right? Did we trade it? Oh, I day traded it this past week. So there was a crazy candle. Let's go to 5-minute or 15-minute chart first. There was a crazy candle in the middle of the day, and obviously that got eaten up real quick. But HIMS right now, where it's standing, look at the 5-minute chart. There you go. There's a crazy candle, right? This red candle was strong. Right, this red candle was strong. But yeah, it got eaten up. So the HIMS price target for this week, and this is going to be sounding a little bit crazy to you guys. Let me take you to the daily chart so you can see what I'm seeing. Right. I want us to get back up here. Oh wait, let me minimize you guys. I want us to get back up here. $64, right? This resistance is $64. We hit that high in May, we hit that high in June. I want us to get back to $64 this week. The reason being, we had this bit of a lull in between the moving averages. We finally broke out last week, and I think that's the catalyst to see us head higher. Forget lawsuit news, forget all that. Look at the weekly chart. We finally got the break above. We've been waiting a month for this, right? We consolidated in between the moving averages. We'd still made money on the HIMS, don't get me wrong, the last couple of weeks. But we finally got the break, the real strong green candle I've been waiting to see. Let's wait to see how it opens tomorrow. But I do think it is a high risk, high reward play. The reason it's high risk is because the entry would have been before the breakout on the weekly. Let me go back to the weekly. The entry would have been before the breakout, right? 51, 52, 53. But it's okay. If you knock it down knock it down a little bit. Knock it down a little bit. Yeah. You see daily was strong, 22nd and 23rd of July. Came down a little bit on Friday, 25th. That was the time when I got in calls, but I did 0 DTE. Could have potentially took something to swing to next week, but decided to wait. But either way, we're at 57 right now. I want to see us maybe pull back some before heading into 64. 64 is the price target for this week. Up here, those highs from June, those highs from May, $64 price target for HIMS. I do believe we will see that this week. I know it's a crazy price target, but we've broken out the consolidation. We've broken out the moving averages. I've been waiting to see this. HIMS can go to $64 this week. That's the price target. I'll probably say a $62 or $63 call for a week or two out. I might go $63 for this week, depending on how much it costs. But yeah, I don't mind trading HIMS when it's finally showing me strong signs of movement. It's paid us a couple times in the last few weeks. I don't think we've hit a red day with HIMS yet. I don't think we've hit a red trade with HIMS yet. So it's looking good. Do we want Marvell or Google right now? Because those are the two you guys love to say, are we holding? Marvell or Google? What do we want? Let me check. Wait, hold on. Someone said they work at Paychex. All right, hold on. Michael Bass, you need to hit me up.
Marvell.
Yeah, you need to hit me up, Michael Bass, because you work at Paychex. All right, cool. SoFi is a swing, yeah. Palantir is a great stock, yeah. Michael Bass, hit me up. Do we want Google or Marvell? I know you guys want Google. All right, Google heads. All right, before I break down Google, okay? This is the deal. Everyone, this is the deal. Listen, hear me correctly. If Google hits 195 tomorrow, we don't speak about it anymore. All right? If Google hits 195 tomorrow, we don't speak about it anymore. Because we have our returns. Right now, hold on, let me check how much I'm down. Because we're down. It's all right. Google, hold on. We're down 8.62%. All right. So if Google hit 8% and it's got you guys acting like this, all right, cool. If Google hits 195 tomorrow,
Mass is on.
I don't want to hear no more about Google the rest of the week. Google has paid us 3 times in the past 4 weeks. Tomorrow, if it hits 195, it's going to be paying us for the 4th time. After that, I don't want to hear no more about Google. If you're still holding, if you're not holding, that's up to you. Google is going to hit 195 this week. If it happens tomorrow, we have a deal. We don't hear about it no more. Okay? So yeah, Google analysis is pretty simple. I want us to go back up to 195 this week. If we get any more than that, cool. But I've got a pretty low price target for Google. I'm pretty confident they're going to buy it up after, what happened with earnings. I don't even see how bad, hold on. How bad was the drop after earnings? It wasn't, oh, so it gapped up, dropped down, consolidated. So it didn't even tank the way people were talking about it. I thought it was at 184. So it gapped up after earnings, hit 197, then came down because of the profit taking to 191, and then, consolidated on the hourly. So I don't want to even, I don't even want to think about this going down below, 191, 192. This is a strong stock. Wall Street loves it. It's been underperforming in comparison to a couple of the others, on the Mag 7. And I think, yeah, I think Google hits 195s comfortably this week and probably heads closer towards 200 than, than it did last week. That being said, if we hit 196, 197, 198, you guys know what to do. Take some contracts off, take some profit, move on. I am not going to add to my Google position. In the case it does sell off, I will add to my Google position for 2 weeks out. But honestly, I'm good with what I've got right now. I'm good with the contracts I got. I'm going to take them higher. If we can hit the highs of last week, 197, 74, whatever that is, then we're going to be good. But look at it on the 4-hour bullish, above all the moving averages. The daily, clearly bullish, a little bit overextended, but it's strong. Earnings was good. Weekly is great. With the earnings they had, let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. This should be at $200 right now. Yes, it should be. We all know that. Fine. It's not there. We wait. We be patient. We'll get paid. Google's going to pay us. It's that simple. I don't even have any doubts about Google. I don't think, like I said, if it does pull back, I'm buying. If it doesn't pull back, I'm holding what I've got. I'm not selling, right? I'm not selling Google. So yeah, Google's gonna do the work, man. Google's gonna do the work. So yeah, let's get this money. All right. Marvell, and then I think I have two. I think that's number 8, right? And then I have 2 more. Marvell, right? So the price target is up here, 75. That's the first price target. And the next one is 81 for the month of August. 75 we should be able to hit within the next few days, right? 75.27. Oh, hold on. 4-hour. Hold on. This level here. 76.31. Right here. That's the 76.31 is a price target for Marvell. And yeah, I think we're gonna hit that, within the next couple of days, because again, 9 and 21 crossing to the upside, golden cross. Daily chart is pretty nice as well. Just steadily climbing slowly but surely. We had a bit of not even consolidation. We had a bit of a pullback after they ran it up. Look, they gapped it down, ran it up, pulled it back, and started taking it up trending up again slowly. But yeah, 1 hour, great. 15-minute, it's a bit wonky, but you can see the entry point price points on the 15-minute, and then yeah, hourly is good, daily is good. Marvell, yeah, 76.31 is a price target, 76.40 around there. Eventually, we'll get back to this $81 level, but that's for the month of August. So if you're worried about $81, not this week, but the month of August. And then, as always, I've got 2 bonus stocks. Hood is one, Robinhood. So we're going this week. We're going to 110. We had the nice pullback we've been waiting for. We did the 0 DTE Friday. I know all of you guys was eating good on the 0 DTE. Let's just look at a 50-minute chart. That was madness, right? It went from 101 to 106 Friday. That's why we hit the 0 DTE. We hit 215%. Pretty smooth. Not anything that we don't usually do, but I'm just saying, don't expect that tomorrow. But do expect a pullback to go higher. So this pullback here on the 15 minutes cool. The daily chart, there we go. Pullback to go higher. We will go higher. We had a nice green day to end Friday. So yeah, I like what I saw with Robinhood. And honestly, hey, we're gonna hit 110 this week. I'm excited for that. I'll probably get a $108 call for this week or next, just to give myself a little bit of room, probably for next week. But yeah, last but not least, the one and only Cheesecake Factory. So, been banging on about this stock since it was about $46. Scooped up a lot of shares, which are up about 48% right now. I think 46 or 48%. Again, this is a stock which saw great momentum, right? Look at the weekly chart. It kind of tells you this. It was just pushing higher and higher and higher from June to July, right? We first got in there at 57 with the swing calls. Shares we got in at 48, but swing calls we got in at 57. Now, daily chart finally pulled back. Great red candle last week, Thursday. Now we just got we got a pullback to the moving averages. We're going to trend higher. Cheesecake Factory is strong. Earnings is it this week? I think it is this week. 29th of July as well. So yeah, got a 4-hour pullback. Price consolidating between the moving averages. My price target is to get us back up to 68.70. So that's probably about $69. Just say 69 for cake. Cake to head to 69. And I think if cake does head to 69, we're gonna party. We're gonna party. Because yeah, it's gonna do that. And you know, cake, when it starts moving, it goes nuts. And then what happens? Contracts are ripping. Everyone's like, oh, what, cake, blah, blah. I never heard of this stock. Yeah, this is gonna go dummy. So yeah, that is my plan for cake. And I'm excited. Now it's your turn. Drop me 5 tickers, or let's give you 10. We'll give you 10. What time is it? 5:41. We'll give you 10 tickers before I head out to the town. 10 tickers. Tell me if it's calls or puts and if it's swing trades or day trade. All right. Let me check the chat. Okay, AAL, XLE, Tesla. Okay. Trojans, Rivian swings. Hold on. Wait. You guys are just hold on. Okay. Someone said TTD is gonna go dummy if it fills that gap. Okay, hold on. Maybe I should have explained it better. Let me know what stocks you guys are watching with price target, not price target, puts or calls. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Probably should have said that. Because people are just throwing tickers out there and I don't even know if you're looking at calls, you're looking at puts, you're looking at swing trades or day trades. All right. Let me know. Mark says Dell swing calls, AAL swing calls to 13. I like that. AAL swing calls. All right, American Airlines. Swing calls. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that because this is about to get a death cross. We got a gap down. We got an inside bar, which is also an inverted hammer candle, but let me wait a little bit. Let me wait a little bit. It looks cool though. Like it looks like it's something could be brewing, but let me wait for it. Let it get some traction and I'll take the calls. Next up, TTD swing calls. Okay. The trade desk. Yeah, this is an easy call play. But we're at the highs, so we need to pull back and head higher. So how would I play this? Weekly chart did its thing though. Weekly chart did its thing. So daily is cool, but it's at those highs. Needs to come down a little bit. Any kind of pullback, it's a little bit overextended on the daily. 4 hours pretty sweet though. 4 hours sweet. Let it pull back to like 84, 83, like a couple dollars pullback, and then you can take it higher. But if it doesn't pull back and just heads higher, I wouldn't be surprised either. It's on the Nasdaq, so it's gonna run with the tech stocks if they do start running. Yeah, TTD, turn up train to go. Yeah, it looks good. Starbucks calls at something. Starbucks calls. Yeah, this is a chart. 4 hours sweet. Daily. Sweet as well. Okay. Starbucks could be loading up for that run back up to $97. Was it 97, 98? Yes. This is something to watch. I would say this is how you play this one. Let's go to the lower time frames. What's been going on intraday? Hourly. You started to see the recovery Friday. Okay, cool. So the rest of the week it was tanking. You started to see recovery Friday. Okay. That means if it does pick up steam, we're not too late. What's the 15-minute looking like? Yeah, it's pretty simple. So when it did start running, there was barely any red candles on 15-minute. All right, going back to the 4 hour. Yeah. If it does start to pick up steam, I'll probably take this as an overnight trade, just up to 98. I probably wouldn't swing it for like 4 or 5 days. I don't think I would because 4 or 5 days, I can get the $3 move. Sorry, I can get the $3 move in a day and a half. I don't need 4 or 5 days to get the $4 move. I don't. This is pretty cool though. Starbucks. Yeah, well done for that one. Who else got some stocks? Yeah, Starbucks is great. JPM at 300. GE 179 swing. Oscar, let's talk about Oscar. Oscar's loading up. Oscar's got great financials as well. Oscar's loading up. Just wait for this one. You remember last time what happened with Oscar? We got in at $13. Social media started talking about it. It ran to 22. We said 22 was the price target. It hit 22 and it never been back there since. Same kind of vibes this time. We're trying to take this one, honestly, back up to these levels here before the break of structure at $16.75. We're trying to take, we can take Oscar up there. I'm just to wait though. 4 hours still looking a bit stuck, looking troubled. Looked like we was gonna break. We didn't break. And yeah, hourly, when it does catch heat, right? 21st or 22nd to 23rd, we got a day and a half run, but then we got the sell off. So Oscar, you have to kind of move the same way we moved before. Oscar could be something though. Oscar could be something. $15 calls, yeah, but get it a week or two out. Probably 2 weeks out. August 8th or 15th. Let me check. Someone said JPM, right? JPM $300 swing. So JPM been bullish. JPM's been killing it. JPM's been on rough. Like that. Look, JPM just been running. So I do like it's holding this level. The previous high is now become a level of support. As you guys know, old levels of resistance before, become new levels of support. It's now a level of support. Watch, yeah, this could run to 300 easily. Watch for the pullback though. If we get, or not a pullback, the rejection if we get to 300. Watch for the rejection. Wow. JPM has just been on a tear. Yeah, this is cool. This is pretty sweet. So that's pretty simple for JPM. You might not get a pullback on a lot of these stocks. I'm already in a few plays in my portfolio. A lot of these you might not get a pullback. Yeah. Circle 210 calls this week. CRCL. So I know you guys remember this trade because obviously the famous we got in here, right? And we took it up to here. Cool. Since then, it's not really done that movement, but it's shown potential. It's shown potential. Let me go to 4 hour. So we're holding the level we've held before. Once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, if we start to see some traction, I will take it, but I'll probably have to hit this for a day trade. Circle moves too erratic to swing trade it. Last time we did swing trade it, cool. We got 2,500% returns. We flipped $300 into 4,000, I think, per contract. No, more than that. But yeah, realistically, it's not always going to happen that way. Wait a second. The circle calls that we did in June. Yeah, those were, I'll have to find that again. I think we got like 268 and then each contract was worth like 6 or 7,000, maybe 8,000. Either way, it's not going to do that again, but we're going to try get a part of these pops, right? Something like that. So yeah, circle 210 calls could work, but I need to see it actually starting to gain some traction. I'm not going to take it when it's just holding down here. Right. There was Rivian at chat in the chart practice. SBT, let's talk about that one as well. Rivian. You guys like Rivian a lot. The chart is just not that smooth. Yeah, it's not really, it's all right. It broke out, like we broke out the downtrend, right? That's why the blue line and the red line. Red line was the downtrend, blue line is back into the bullish, flip bullish. Kind of consolidating. Got the inverted hammer, well, not even an inverted hammer candle. We've got the hammer candle and then Dragonfly Doji. I wouldn't really bet on this. Let's just say there are better plays out there. XLE, SBT. SBET. Oh, cool. So it came down for us again. Yeah, we're trying to catch this run again, right? From 1st of July, 11, it went all the way to 39 in 16 days. Let's do it again. But this time we're at 21. So when it does break out the consolidation, or let me check the lower time frame. We'll see if it's actual consolidation. No, it's not. It's actually a downtrend. I'll wait. But it's also a momentum stock, so you got to be careful with these ones because you have to catch them at the right time. It's not like an AMD where you can, or a Google where you can just kind of hold through the down and up. These are momentum stocks, right? If you don't sell here, you're caught holding the bag. So let it start reversing first, and I'll get into SBET. But I'll just look up, just pushing it back up to $30. $30 for SBET. Dell, call swings, Coke calls, and then Palo Alto. Oh, you guys are not able to hear? James said. I didn't even know you guys can't hear me. Okay. Coke. Coca-Cola. So this is an interesting. Okay, so we're below the 200 EMA. We looks like we kind of got rejected by a 200 EMA. Price pushed above. We couldn't close above on the daily. The 9 and 21 are diverging to the upside though. That's a good sign. Just like we broke out of the downtrend, we're looking like we want to push higher. 4 hour is, yeah, we got a close below the 200 EMA. I would wait for this one. It's not clear enough. It's not showing me something that, I see it. It's not like an AMD, right? It's not like this where you can see where it wants to go. It's just kind of hovering in and around itself. Price is kind of just look like it wanted to go down, broke below the moving averages. Now it wants to go up, broke above the moving averages, and then closed below the 200. So it's like a bit indecisive. Palo Alto, this is a good friend of ours. It's at 203. Yeah, we broke out the downtrend. We started the uptrend. Any pullbacks on this should get eaten up, and we should be able to take it back past the heights. We do need to break that 207 level though. But yeah, this looks good. Let the pullbacks come, and then we take advantage of it and eat. Yeah. All right, they said they can hear me. James Hill, I don't know what happened to your sound. You need to fix your sound or change your laptop or phone. James Hill, I hope you can hear me. Probably can't hear me though because you have not fixed your sound. GE to 280. General Electric. Oh yeah, this is sweet. Weekly? Yeah, weekly is nice. Slightly overextended, but it's okay. It's not terrible. Daily is cool as well. You've got a clear reversal pattern right here. Yeah, this is 4 hour. We just need to break these highs though. Because if you zoom out, you can see how high up we are. So you do need to break past these highs, probably retest the highs and then head higher. So I would not trade this. I do think it's pretty nice. And I do think it's pretty good, but I would not trade it right now. For me, it's up there already. Check Dell before you leave. All right, Dell. Okay. So what is it? I keep hearing Dell from you guys. What is it that you like about Dell? I honestly don't understand. Because is this a day trader stock? Let me check the hourly. It's not a smooth swing trading stock. I mean, look, this is last week, right? Sold off, came back, consolidated, barely pushed up, consolidated, pushed up. Is this a day trader stock or what's the hype about this? I don't see. This is not. It's okay. It's not the smoothest uptrend, but I see what you're trying to look for. But it looks like it get rejected here. We probably sell off here again. Last time we were at this level, 131, we sold off. We're at 131 again. I wouldn't be surprised if we sell off. That's what the 4 hour is telling me. The daily, however, it's a little bit stronger, but again, rejection at this point last time. So I don't see Dell. Yeah. Yeah, that's Dell for you. Amazon, I love Amazon. Are we at 27? Are we at what's it, 229 yet? Oh shoot, yeah. Then Amazon's already gone past me. My price target was 229 for July, so it's already gone. But it's smooth though. I wouldn't mind taking this higher. Got a little bit of an inside bar here, but I think, yeah. XLE, 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 XLE. Energy stock took a beating last week, last 2 weeks. Look at that. Clear reversal. So we ran from 84 to 89, clear reversal, straight downtrend. We're finally getting some consistency, some bullish strength here. Closing up just above the 200 EMA. All right, cool. I don't think this is a bad idea. And I think with the news, this could push higher as well. I would have liked to catch it in one of these days, though, closer to moving average at 86, whatever. But yeah, XLE looks good. I would rather trade CVX though, or XOM, even XOM, maybe. Yeah, see? You can see the difference, right? See, if I show you CVX, a bit overextended, XLE compared to XOM. XOM is closer to moving averages. Looks like it could be ready to start pushing out again. That's the only reason. All three of them are fine though. Whatever you want to trade, you can trade. All right, I've done XLE for you. Dash calls, yeah, Dash always going higher. It's like $220, right? Oh, it's higher now, 250. Jeez. Yeah, Dash could have left us though. Dash Dash Daily is cool though. Dash Daily is smooth. You got the dojis and the or dojis and the hammer candles slash dragonfly candles. These are more dragonfly candles. But yeah, dojis, dragonflies off the EMAs, pushing it higher. Yeah, Dash is cool. Dash is calm. Dash looks good. Dash looks good. Now, I personally wouldn't take it, but I can see why you like it. I'd just say there's better setups in my opinion. Yeah, yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, hmm. All right, I'm checking the Discord chat now just in case any other tickers are there. They said we need to be admin for real. Please mute your mics. Why is it hard? Blah blah. Danny says 87 people in the Zoom. Top G says, man, got serious. You're not playing about Google. Yeah, I'm not playing about Google. You know why? All since what even like Tuesday, Monday, all I've heard is Google, 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 Google. I'm like, bruh, we're down 8%. Like, what are we shouting about? Honestly, what are we shouting about? And look at the chart though. Like if you look at the chart, like what are we shouting about? It's trending higher, but it's not ripping upwards. Okay, if you don't want that, go trade Hood. Look what happened to Hood. Hood, look at what the Hood did. Hit 110, sold off. Nah, Google is cool. I already told you, if Google hits 195 tomorrow, no one's allowed to talk about it for the rest of the week. No one's allowed to ask no questions. You can still trade it, but don't ask no questions. Google is fine. Kendra says, hopefully it holds and keep running. Or is it already running? All right. Hopefully it gets to 195 this tomorrow morning. TTD. Oh, Microsoft, they say. Okay, let me see what Microsoft is up. Microsoft is cold. It's like at 505, 513. Jeez. Yeah, Microsoft is cold. See, this is what Google should be doing. Microsoft, if it, bro, if it keeps going like this, we're gonna keep hitting new highs. Make sure all of those that you owe me money from Miami pay up as well, by the way. Today's your deadline, so don't be trying to dine and dash and all that kind of things. Right? You was in the club popping the bottles, drinking the wine and drinking the champagne and all that kind of stuff, and then you want to be hiding. No, 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 no. So yeah, Google is nice. Chipotle, they say. Chipotle. What's going on with Chipotle? Chipotle. Yes. I'm a shareholder, so this is not good, but I like what I see. You know why? Think about it, guys. If AMD sold off from $170 right now to 100, you know what I'm doing, right? I'm buying, 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 buying. So Chipotle did it. I'm buying, 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 buying. So I'm gonna go for the $50, the $55 calls for September, October. This is gonna be delightful when it bounces back. I believe in this company. This ain't even. This could be a big double bottom. Let's look at. Let's see if it's a wide double bottom. Yeah. Okay, cool. That weekly candle is nice, right? Daily, you got the double bottom. Look, the big. Look, this is the big bang. Look, bang, bang. I'm gonna call it because when it starts climbing back up again, you know what it is, right? Yeah, this is looking good. Chipotle, I'll buy the $50, $55 course for September, October. It's simple as that. I like this. Chipotle is nice. Chipotle is nice. I'm disappointed as a shareholder that it sold off. Cool, but it's fine. I'm in it for the long haul. And it's still. Let me check what my average cost is Chipotle. Give me one sec.
That's a loud.
Oh, my average cost. Okay, look. My average cost is $48. So I'm getting some shares. I'm putting in the order right now. Right now. Getting some shares tomorrow. What? I'll get, let's see. Let's get 50 shares. This is crazy. Hold on one sec. I'm just queuing my share order for Chipotle. Bro, what? This is crazy. Chipotle, they're gonna run it up. You're gonna see. Someone should have told me about this earlier. I didn't even see. Yeah, Chipotle is gonna bounce back. All right, what's the chat saying? Weeble swing. Yeah, Weeble swing. Celsius. Okay. Warm up been looking good. XYZ calls, Nike calls, CRWV. Okay, we'll start with XYZ because I like that stock. And like I said, my professor was talking about XYZ shares are priced at $50. I was like, bro, I want to put my hand up and say that's incorrect. XYZ is already at 75. Now it's at 80. Let it come down a little bit, and then look, the mistake I made, and I told everyone already, when we was trading calls on it back in May at 45, 46, should have also bought some leaps, bought some more shares, all that kind of stuff, right? I made a mistake of just getting the June and July calls and just running it up. Forgot about the longer term perspective. So I personally think this needs to come down a little bit. Weekly rejected at the 200 moving average. You know, yeah, it's pretty high already. It's pretty high already. So honestly we've been talking about XYZ for so long, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a fumble. We've pretty much missed out on the best move. Yeah, the news of it joining the S&P 500 was what the catalyst was. Walmart's been looking good. Nike calls. Are we at 10 stocks yet? Are you guys just abusing me and just rinsing my time? So Walmart looks cool, but it's just setting up. And Walmart's like one of those again, you just got to trade it a couple days and just take the $2 move, put the $2 move in the bag, man, and then just move on. Because Walmart, we know what Walmart's gonna do, right? Walmart's gonna pretend it's gonna go near 100, it's gonna creep up to whatever it was, what last time, 99, and then sell off. Yeah, we know, like, bro, give up the gimmick, man. We know what's gonna go on with Walmart. It's good. I wouldn't mind getting in calls, but when we hit 97 or 98 to 99, bro, just sell the thing, man. It's not gonna hit 100. It's not gonna hit 100, man. Walmart is trolling us, but yeah, Walmart is good just to swing calls. Everyone in Google, heavy Google. They said, what are you talking about? Short squeezing me. What are you talking about? Google. Nah, I'll tell you the people that were short squeezing, the people that were short squeezing all the bottles in the club and just drinking it from the mouth, drinking it, didn't even pour it in the cup. Those are the guys that are not paying now. The ones that were drinking the bottle from the mouth, just had their mouth lips all over the bottle, just drinking it bare. And now they have to pay, they don't want to pay. That's not how it works, man. Come on. You gotta have gotta have some manners. Man was drinking the bottle from the mouth. Come on, bro. And now you don't want to pay. That's not right. At least Miyagi, Danny, they were pouring it in the cup. I was pouring it in the cups, with the ice. These guys were just drinking it from the bottle, mouth all open, showing all the teeth, and just, letting it pour in their mouth like that. So I don't think that's, fair that you're not paying up, right? You're just drinking the bottle like that. Man, them were flexing it on Insta, posting it on Snap, with the flash on in the club, all that kind of thing, and then you just don't want to pay up. I don't really agree with that. So, come on, bro. We turned up, but you gotta also, you gotta pay your dues. can't be putting the flash on your camera, filming the bottle, got the Don Julio, got the Reposado and all them kind of things, and then you just ditching, drinking and running, dining and dashing in the club is crazy on your guy who's doing all the call outs, the watch list, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, please make sure you pay up. If you owe the money, pay up. I know a couple of them are not going to pay up, the groupies. I'll call them the groupies. I know they're not going to pay up, but it's all good. You were lips in the bottle, now you're running away. Don't do that, Reputation on the line and that. So yeah, Google is cool. If you're worried about Google overnight, it's your first ever trade, it's okay. Google is good. Google is good. And then someone said Walmart. Oh, sorry, Weeble. I like Weeble, but it's just so erratic, right? Let's go to hour. You can see kind of the price action is a bit too crazy with Weeble. Look, went from 14 to 18, back to 15 to consolidation. I think Weeble will eventually do what Robinhood did, and that's just kind of like start trending up after like a year when it gets some hype and momentum. But for now, I think it's just safe to get shares. I do think Weeble is a good stock to get. We use Weeble to trade, so get some shares and then get $18 calls for like a month out, maybe even 6 weeks out. And the moment it goes up 70-80%, sell them things. Weeble it's not consistent like that. It's it's yeah, nah, Weeble is not too consistent when it comes to really trade like look. So this is the thing with chart. It's getting higher, right? But look, you get the nice push and you get the crazy sell-off. Nice push, crazy sell-off. So you can say, yeah, price action is above all the moving averages, trending upwards. You see two golden crosses, but the heavy sell-offs, you just lose so much percentage off your contracts. It's not even worth it. So yeah, you know, yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good one to just buy shares or just hold for you know, yeah. What else? What people suggesting? I think that's mainly it. Nike course, all right. Puts on UNH. I wouldn't bet against UNH. They have earnings coming up. I wouldn't bet against it yet. I know they dismissed the CEO and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think it's going to make another drop like that. But UNH, I think long term it's going to bounce back. United Healthcare. But yeah, I think the way they dismissed the CEO, I wouldn't even touch that stock for calls or puts, man. They might just dismiss I don't know, the sales vice president or the CIO or the CFO. Who knows what they're gonna do? Get Mangiani and his boys running up in there again. So just be careful about UNH. I wouldn't touch that one right now. Nike, Nike's daily is cool. Nike's daily is calm. You got the inverted hammer, you got the inside bar. So inside bar could mean a move to the upside is coming right now. And 4 hour chart, smooth. Yeah, Nike calls could work, but this is only like a $1, $2 move because Nike moves pretty slow. I'm just a shareholder in Nike. I like it because it's a great company, great stock. I think it's going to be there. I think it's way undervalued. If you zoom out, let's pull up the weekly chart, right? And by the way, if you want Trend Spider, hit me up. If you want to get on Trend Spider, hit me up. Look, we could get up to 160, 170, 180 with Nike back where we was in 2021. Yeah, Nike's not going anywhere right now. As long as Trump don't do some silly tariffs with Vietnam, we should be cool, right? Nike source most of their, stuff from Vietnam, but we should be good with Nike. We should be good with Nike if you do get calls. Yeah, and long term, like I said, I've got shares, got on $51, so I'm cool with that. I'm looking forward to buying some more Chipotle shares though tomorrow. That's gonna be lit. Carver calls. All right, this is the last one. I mentioned Chipotle and you're talking about Carver. That's direct rivalry right there. Yeah, Carver could be loading up. Weekly is consolidating in between moving average. Daily is looking sweet because it's consolidating in between moving average as well. That higher move up, 4 hour, trying to break above the moving averages. 1 hour, you can see 1 hour's saying, yeah, we're going up. Carver could be on for calls. Honestly, with the gap up to fill, yeah, let's see it $91, $92. Let's see it in August. That's what I would say. So we've been live for 1 hour and 8 minutes. I think that's it. Let me check the Discord just to make sure. CMG, done CMG. Run up on the plug. Yeah, man. Trust me, people will run up the bill. You know them kind of guys. Run up girls too, guys and girls, just run up the bill just like that, and then boom, you don't even see them anymore. And that's crazy work. But everyone is different, right? Everyone is The rate is different. Did you say you were gonna buy more Chipotle shares? Yeah, I'm loading the boat. Chipotle at $46 is a bargain, right? Chipotle at 50. Hold on, let me jump on you finance real quick. Then I'm out. Man, people were running up the check, just drinking the bottle like that, you know. Man, we're thirsty, you know. Look, thirsty if you're drinking water is one thing, but drinking alcohol, club alcohol, you know, one of those bottles, 800, 900. The Don Julio that we had, the Blanco was 970. The way you guys were drinking it, like it's just like, man, yeah. Come on, you gotta be careful. So PE ratio on Chipotle is 41. That's not too bad for what they're doing. It's a little bit high, but if we look at their balance sheet and income statement, all that stuff, I'm not gonna do it now, but it's all right, man. Yeah. I'm pretty excited for this week. Last week of July, FOMC Wednesday, four of the Mag 7 reporting Wednesday and Thursday, and then NFP Friday. Also, it's the first day of August Friday. It's going to be a great end of the week, end of the month, great week, and great end of the month, and then we're going to run it up. Yeah, you know, yeah. I'm pretty lit. I'm gonna start tagging you guys in the Discord, the ones that owe money, you know, because it's only fair. It's only fair. I'm tagging you guys right now. So you need to pay up. It's only fair. You know, the way you was drinking those drink, you would have thought that you hadn't had a drink in years, man. It weren't even funny, you know. Some people would, that's not even fair, you know. I must start tagging you guys in the Discord because okay. Yeah. So come on, bro. It's not even fair, man. Man, we're paying 2K. We bought two tables in one night, and then people want to start running off. Like, come on, bro. You never do that to your weed, man, you know? If we give you an 8 or whatever, 3.5, you don't just run off the next day, you know? So, you know, yeah. But yeah, that's it for the stock to watch. Didn't want to hold you guys too long, and I hope you guys didn't want to hold me too long either. I think, listen, I think if you want to get involved with the Discord, I mean, you guys are all in Discord, but if you want to get properly involved, go chart some of these stocks yourself, and then you're gonna understand what's happening tomorrow when I do start doing call outs. Right now, I'm already currently in 4 different swings, so I may not add to those positions tomorrow, just in case anyone says what other plays. I'm already in some plays, right? If you want to grab something, I don't know, maybe grab Google because that one's already down. Yeah. So let me know in the chat if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys. This has been recorded. I'm calling you guys out in the chat for those who owe money. And then, yeah, I'll upload this to YouTube. Thank you guys. I'm gonna enjoy my trip and see you guys soon. Peace.